Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to focus on numbers and numerations. The focus in this section is on whole numbers in standard forms, decimal numbers in standard forms, as well as factors, multiples, and prime numbers. But first, we are going to understand the concept of index notation. Index notation. Now, when we are talking about index notation, to avoid writing very long multiples, mathematicians use indices. So indices is plural, while index is singular. Both are used as a form of mathematical shorthand for expressing long multiples to avoid writing long multiples. For example, when we have 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. Now, writing this, it's a little bit stressful. So we can apply an index notation by picking one out of it, 5, then we count how many times is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 5 raised to power 4. So 5 raised to power 4 is the same thing as what? 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. In which 5 and 4 is expressed in this way. So similarly, when we have u times u times u times u times u, so we can as well say u raised to power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So u raised to power 5 is the same thing as this. Now, this and this are called index form of writing multiplication calculations. These and these are called index forms of writing the multiplication calculation. So, if you look at this, 5 is known as the base, and 4 is called the index, or popularly called power. Same thing here, u is called the base, and this 5 here is known as the power. So another example, let's take another example. Supposing we have 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So instead of writing like this, you can just say 10, then you count the number of times it's existing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 10 raised to power 5. So, but there are laws guiding indices. We call them laws of indices. So, the first one, in the laws of indices, the first law of indices states that to multiply any two real numbers in index form with the same base, you add the powers or indices of the base. So we can express this general statement of this law as, for example, when we have a raised to power m multiplied by a raised to power n. So if you look at this, both are having the same base, which is a and a. So when you say something like this, you can just say a raised to power m plus n. So you just pick one of their a and you add their powers or their indices. So just pick the base and add the powers. So that is the first law of indices. Now let's take an example. Supposing you have y raised to power 3 times y raised to power 4. So we can further express it as what? Y raised to power 3 plus 4, which is y raised to power 3 plus 4 is y raised to power 7. So another example, let's assume we have x raised to power 2 times x raised to power 5. So here we have, they are both having the same base, so we have x raised to power 2 plus 5, which is equals to what? X raised to power 7.